So this is the demo of SecureGPS. As you can see here, we have our entire dashboard laid out with an authorized zone predefined in South Florida. This zone covers Homestead up to about West Palm Beach. On the left, you can see our dashboard that has pending, acknowledged, and an all alerts section. Now I will run some demo drivers to see live data coming in. So I'll go to the all alerts tab. And we can see that there is one driver. I'll go to all data tabs. So there's one driver driving through Miami, and this gets pulled every 3 seconds for the driver's location. Okay. And we just got an alert that driver one had an unrealistic speed detected. So this is a critical alert, and he had a geofence violation. So if we go to driver one, we can see that he jumped all the way from Miami to New York City. And this is a geofence violation, and it is a speed detection violation because that is an impossible rate of speed to travel at. So we can go out of the driver one section and then look at just the alerts, and if we want to acknowledge this alert, meaning it has been externally resolved, we can click this acknowledge button, add a comment. So we can say this driver has been banned or something from our platform. We'll acknowledge it, and we will say the same thing. Case already handled. And then this will go to your acknowledged alert sections. Um, and you can continue watching other driver data pour in. So we have two other drivers now, driver two and driver six. They are also both within our authorized zone until driver two had an unrealistic speed detection and they went out of the authorized zone. Um, so another thing you can do is verify the integrity of these attacks to make sure that they're not externally hitting our API and changing any data to try and overwrite the attack. So we take the original signature and the recomputed signature here and compare them. And if they're the same, then they match. And you can just see some extra data on why this was detected as a GPS spoofing attempt here. So if you go back, you externally deal with driver two. Driver two also just had another unrealistic speed. So it looks like driver two went out of the zone and then immediately went back all the way down to Miami Beach, which is impossible. So that got flagged. He also, within Miami, had an H-stop anomaly where he had a value of 0.1, which is suspiciously low. So we can acknowledge driver two as this case has been handled. And we'll acknowledge this. And you can always go back to these acknowledged alerts and see your comments and understand what you have and haven't already looked at. So you can also see we have normal driver data coming in. Driver six hasn't had any GPS spoofing attempts. Driver seven hasn't had any GPS spoofing attempts, and driver eight also hasn't had any. Now we have driver three, and you can see their count of evaluations here. Driver three just had a rapid bearing change, meaning he went at a fast rate of speed, 180 degrees or more. Um, this is just a medium alert, so we would have to review this externally with the driver. Um, three. Yeah, so we can see driver three went up north at uh 453, 453, 454. He went up north and then he got detected as a rapid bearing change because 1 minute later he was 180 degrees in the opposite direction at 29 meters per second. This is our last piece of driver data here, driver five, and we can watch his data come in on the map. Okay. And it looks like driver five didn't have any GPS spoofing attempts. So this is what it looks like if a driver is following all the rules and not GPS spoofing. It'll just show the green markers of their acknowledged GPS states. And then say it's the end of the day, you already looked through all your alerts. These are your pending ones to look through, and you want to just acknowledge all because we already dealt with driver three, driver two. So we don't need to see these alerts anymore. They're not pending. We'll just acknowledge all. And you can see these again anytime here, and we'll go back. We'll see this case has already been handled. Driver has been banned, etc. So it's a really nice collection of dashboard data. You can see how many devices you're handling, how many pending alerts you have, how many alerts in total, and how many events were fired. So this is just GPS data in total.
For testing and evaluation, we ran our full demo scenario, which consisted of 85 GPS readings across 8 simulated drivers. For each event, we compared the system's detection result with the expected outcome to verify both accuracy and reliability. The headline results are strong, and we achieved a 100% true positive rate and a 0% false positive rate. That means every simulated attack was detected correctly, and none of the clean driving routes were incorrectly flagged. Looking at the table, the teleportation attack was classified as critical, which is exactly what we expect given the sudden and possible jump in location. The geofence violation and bearing anomaly were both categorized as medium severity, while the HDOP anomaly was labeled as low. Just as important, all 5 clean routes passed through the system without triggering any alerts, and from a performance standpoint, detection latency stayed under 50 milliseconds per event. This is because the system operates entirely in memory. The per device state the per device state lookup is lightweight, and the Haversine distance calculation is computationally efficient. There are no database queries in the critical processing path, which helps keep response times very low. So on the right here in the slides, you can see a visualization from the driver's O1 device profile. The red line shows the teleportation jump from Miami to New York City. This polyline is rendered directly in the dashboard and provides a clear visual representation of the anomaly that the system detected. Finally, validated the cryptography integrity across all scenarios. Every stored event had a valid HMAC signature at ingestion, and when we manually modified a record in the databases, the signature check failed. This confirmed that the system can reliably detect any post-ingestion tampering.